Douglas, Adventures of a Sailor Girl in beautiful Royal Prince Alfred Yacht Club, your homeland, James. Good to be home.
No, it's God's country, actually.
God's country, okay, copy that.
It's I grew up around here,
Yeah.
over the other side, and sort of Pittwater, Bay, Scotland Island. So it's great to come back and spend a bit of time there.
Yeah, straight to the pool room too. We've even got the sound of pool happening in the background. A few little good times in this room.
Yeah, I think I got banned from this room the first time as a kid. I'm surprised we can actually come back in here.
Yeah, sure. They've just got a little pass on the door. You and your brother both not allowed in
banned,
here.
Yeah.
I've played a few pool games in here with your brother. I've actually spent quite a bit of time with your brother and your sister. I used to sail with her, but I've never had the pleasure of sitting down with you. So this is pretty cool for me.
Yeah, well, probably a bit of disappointment, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit of a letdown, anticlimactic to be sitting down with your twice-winning America's Cup skipper. Yeah, awful. But that said, coming home, and we heard a lot today here at RPA. We just had a question and answer session about how fun is something that you always try to bring back to it, and obviously there's a lot of fun memories in this place for you. But what is it, the fun of sailing, that keeps you coming back? Because obviously when it's a career, you've got to really love it. You've got to really have passion for it. What is it about sailing?
Well, I think it brings so many different sort of facets into play. You know, like it is really hard, and it is, the thing I love about it is the team side and the big groups of people, and that is that, like, I've been so lucky, I've always had great people around me, usually better than me, and that's kind of forced me to always have to try and work harder and get better, and that really has been, I've been very, very lucky, to be honest, because of that. But the cool thing I love about the Cup is that it's not just the sailors, it's, you know, fantastic designers, engineers, shore team, boat builders, and so that coordination and all working together is really, really tough, but when it does come off and you all pull it off together, it's one of the most rewarding things I've ever experienced, you know, and being a part of a team like that. That really, you know, you don't think you're not doing it for yourself. You know, it's not about you; it's about the team.
It's the family, even. It's not the team.
It is. Well, you spend more time with your teammates than with your own family. You know, but I think for the sailors too. I mean, we get a pretty good deal because we actually get to go sailing, get out on the water, but then you see, if ever you need motivation, you see these guys like just grinding carbon or slaving away and just putting blood, sweat and tears in this boat shed, and you think, man, I mean, when you see a guy like that and he's into it and he's doing it all, you know, so you can get out there and testing and racing, that's a team, and that is one of the coolest things. And personally, I think a lot of guys love it. Yeah,
that's amazing, and I guess that's why you're choosing to continue with Oracle Team USA first and foremost, or, you know, what is it that's making you keeping on going?
Well, it's just a great group of guys. It's a great team. I mean, I go on about our shore team, design team, great relationship with Larry, and it's the people. Like any team or business, it's about the people. That's number one, and you get the right people, and we're just very, very fortunate to have some really good, I think, young talent and new talent coming through. If you look at, I think, at our sailing team, I really think we've got some of the best in the world in our sailing team that are coming through and really hungry, and they're motivated, and they're really, really good, and they're going to push. You know, I'm an old man now, apparently, because they're
You're not an old man.
Joey Newton and I are like the old man now. So, but yeah, it's just awesome, and it's so motivating. You know, to see that sort of enthusiasm and hunger. It's kind of infectious, you know, and not only just sailors, you know, in the shore team, and the designers, the engineers. So it's really cool. It's just you really enjoy getting up and going into work.
That is so interesting, and it's funny because you said that what motivated you to keep going or to learn and grow was that bar being set continually high. Is it interesting now to see these young kids? You're the one setting the bar for them, even though you might think you're an old man.
I think they'll probably
setting the bar from below.
Absolute hiding, I reckon, if they haven't got out there. But it's cool to see. Like, you look at the talent now. Funny enough, when they did the Red Bull Youth America's Cup, and at the time we were racing the 45s in the World Series, and they were saying, well, we're thinking about doing this Youth America's Cup. Do you think these guys are going to be able to handle it? And we were like, handle it? We're like, they'll be better than us.
They're going to smash us. Oh my gosh.
And you look at it now, like the kids on the Moths, the level that's out there, I think not only in sailing but everywhere, it's pretty impressive. You know, our kids have got a lot. I think just the social side, the whole YouTube thing, the learning, there's some really cool tools there, and they just, the talent is yeah, I mean, it's just phenomenal. So it's really exciting just seeing all the kids today. You could tell there's some really good guys there.
That's so awesome. I think that, like you say, the whole bar has been lifted in terms of sailing. You yourself came through the youth development program here, which was probably one of the first programs to really push sailing hard and to take it to that professional level. But now it seems to be all the way through our sport. I think it's something that the sport needs, definitely, when we're looking at bringing in more media and focusing more attention on it. And I think people want to see that we're professional in that way.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, kids. The fact is, kids have got a lot of choices nowadays in what to do. So I think it's got to be fun. I think the other thing that it needs changing is, I remember being a kid and you pretty much spend the whole weekend racing. Well, I think nowadays people have less time, you know, and they can't commit always the full
They're not diehards like us, is that what you mean?
Well, I think there'll always be the diehards, you know, that are there. But on the other side, it's got to be fun too. I mean, my two boys, they're doing soccer. The beauty of soccer is the game goes for about 40 minutes and then you can go do something else, you know, and so I think it needs a bit of balance in the racing. Instead of doing a 2-hour-long race, maybe it should be 3 or 4, 20-minute races, and you do it on a Saturday afternoon.
Sure.
You know, so, but the cool thing with sailing is that I think it builds confidence in kids. You know, when you learn to sail, the fact that you just get in the boat, you go out and you come back, I think you see that in a kid, they're sort of pretty proud of themselves, and that helps them in other stuff. So yeah, I think there's a lot there for people, but we've got to move with the times, just like other sports are.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's taken sailing a little while to keep up, but foiling has definitely gotten us to that place. So your boys starting to get interested in sailing?
Yeah, they love the water. They they love sailing. One sort of more than the other. But they just love getting down, and they love the whole lifestyle, the water, the beach, or whatever boat it is, getting out there. But yeah, I think they're all fascinated with what the latest thing is. And of course, I think when you look at the foiling now and kiteboarding and where it's going, it's just so fun.
Yeah.
You know, like you just, as a kid growing up, what a time to be involved in the sport. So
I'm jealous, actually.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I wish it was sort of, imagine the Moth being around if you were one of these young optimist kids coming out. And the thing is, you throw them on there, whether it's a foiling moth or whatever the boat is, a phantom catamaran, they pick it up like that.
They learn so quickly.
So quick.
The digital learning as well, as you mentioned, they're learning from the TV, they're learning from YouTube all the time, and they're wanting to take the sport to new levels, potentially.
Yeah. And they will, you know, they will. You only have to see the talent that's out there and what's coming through, that they're, it's all about that next generation.
Sure. And the impending move to Bermuda, how's everything going with
I'm pumped, yeah, I'm excited. We're just building the base over there now. The guys are doing a really good job. We're hoping to be sailing in May, which would be really cool. So all the team is moving over there, taking their families, and I mean the people of Bermuda they are some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. I mean, when you go over and visit there, it's like, what can I do for you? Here's my house, you know. Like they go out of their way and they're really excited about having this event, and they're very, very proud of where they live and I think to showcase it to the world. So yeah, I think anyone that from all of the cup teams, if they ever had any reservations, all they have to do is go there and they're sold. You know, it's going to be an incredible event.
Well, hopefully I get to come down and visit. I'd love that. It's sounding like
you need to come over. I mean, it'll be awesome. The whole village and all the teams will be in the same place. The concert stadium will be there. The super yachts, the J class, the Red Bull Youth America's Cup. So it's just like this great little city there. You know?
I'm excited already.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So I think people are really. I think the TV will be really cool, but if you get to see it live, you'll be blown away.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hopefully the TV guys really grab onto this and we're able to watch it, in even more real time than we did last time, which was just spectacular. I think that really took sailing to a whole nother level. Even my mum, who's not really a lover of sailing, she's like, "Oh, I like watching this. This is good."
Well, I tell you, a lot of my mates back here aren't into sailing. You know, they either play rugby league, they're into race cars, and the last one, they were just hooked. I mean, they just could not turn it off. And they were saying, well, why haven't you guys done this before? Like, what were you doing in those other boats? So, but I think the guy that really deserves all the credit for that is Larry for pushing it and saying, you've got to have something that people watch on TV. But then Stan Honey, the guy that, was able to put those graphics, because one thing is it's quite a complicated sport to understand, especially on TV. So the way Stan was able to use almost like a football field, the live graphics, it educated people. And like anything, if you know what's going on, then as we've found, a lot of people have a lot of interest.
It's easier to engage, definitely. Well, I mean, it's been great to sit down with you and yeah, especially in your home pool room. In the pool room, yeah. In the pool room, straight to the pool room.
Straight to the pool room.
And thanks so much for all your time today with everybody here. I know that we're all really enthused about what's to come for the America's Cup, but also for you and the Spithill family, where you came from.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.